Hello, folks on YouTube. Welcome to another Hearthstone 4 Got to Damarun multiplayer Let's Play. I am here with Joe. You can say hi if you want.
Hey.
And yeah, I know it's been a little bit. The buffer ran out. I do keep buffers so that things are semi-regular and predictable, but um, we did Age of Wonders last, and yeah, it's been a little bit since we touched this, but here we are, and gonna get stuff going. It took me a little while to refamiliarize, and I was explaining stuff with intelligence agencies that I figured would just be too uninteresting, and it took longer than I expected. Um, but yeah, I'm here. It looks like I'm looking at my front. There's this bloody. It's oh, it's July. I was gonna say there's a lot of very hot weather in the American South, and I'm like, oh, it's the middle of the summer. That's why. Well, you know that like the very hot and extremely hot weather gives combat debuffs.
Yeah.
Shoot, there's mud
Division
too.
attack.
One of the forests I'm attacking to has rain, mud, and very hot weather.
Mm.
How are my divisions winning? It hasn't updated, applied the weather penalties yet. I might have to cancel that attack. It re-rolls every time I reload the save, and it re-rolled
Oh yeah.
terrible weather. Like, yeah, some of this, the last time I looked at this, was like fine, and now it's suddenly muddy and extremely hot and raining, all of which are bad. Rain makes air support less effective, and extra organization loss when moving, which just reduces the organization cap for units. Anyways, so got a music here. I'm good. I'm gonna pause it. Oh shoot, I can't do it with the space bar. Are you good? I know
Yep,
it's
I'm good.
okay. Didn't want to catch you by surprise. Uh, Ooh, okay. Battles turn red because of the weather change. Let me just check if I need to manually cancel these battles. Now that, or if there are reinforcements I can pull in. Uh, how badly are they losing? Pretty badly. Although I do have air support. Yeah, I'll try pulling reinforcements. See if that might be enough. Maybe. Extremely hot. Extremely hot. Muddy, raining. Weather has decided to totally screw me. It's ridiculous. Uh, Pulling some extra reinforcements in a couple places in some of these battles that are suddenly much harder than they were supposed to be. Give me a second, Joe.
Yep.
No, it just yeah. Anytime you reload a save, be like, oh, things are fine, and now everything went to hell. So, um, near Dallas, like one of the battles turned red. Oof. Do not like calling off
Your
battles
capital is
like
in
this.
Dallas.
My capital? My capital's in DC.
Yeah, it's still a star on my
Still has a
screen.
star, yeah, like it's their
That's
capital.
weird. Yeah, but
Uh,
you've annexed it already, haven't you? Or
yeah,
occupied
I
it?
control it, but their capital, it hasn't relocated. I think it's because the Confederacy has a unique decision to move their capital to Richmond.
Oh yeah.
And if their capital would probably have automatically moved to Richmond, they wouldn't be able to do the decision. So yeah, their capital's still considered to be Dallas, even though I control it,
Hmm.
which can only be doing bad things to their supply, if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Um, so, all right, give me a sec because I need to pull a division over somewhere to do some extra reinforcements. It's suddenly bad, like the situation. situation with pull him to Dallas, or I'll pull him here since I know this is the fight that they need to support. Yeah, so all right, and I'll pause it in 2 seconds here. Where are these destroyers that are pulling into Boston for repairs? It's telling me I've got all these ships repairing. But yeah, I completely reorganized my destroyer forces, so alright, I'll just unpause. And you're just doing an assault on those last 2 divisions that are almost encircled in the north, right?
Yep.
Cool. Um,
Or sorry, 2 divisions.
2 provinces of divisions.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
7
those I'm closing
divisions.
that.
What?
Yeah, I'm closing that. There's 10 divisions in there. I'm closing them out.
Yep. I can see 7 of them currently. I guess there's 3 in the other area.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a lot of divisions to destroy in encirclement 10. I mean, in a war with, they don't have that many. That'll completely cripple the army. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
That's most of their army.
Yeah, and oh yeah, what were you teching, by the way? I forgot. I know what I figured out my tech priorities and stuff, but
Computing machine, advanced machine tools, and improved infantry equipment too.
was there one of those you were almost done with?
Sort of 49 days for computing machine.
Computing machine. Computing or improved computing machine?
Just computing.
Uh, yeah. Do you have improved radio yet?
Yep, I do.
Hmm. Hmm. And you're all caught up with their industry tech, so
Um,
like you're doing all
Almost.
the yeah,
I'm doing advanced machine tools.
yeah. So yeah, you probably, I guess, after computing is improved computing machine, which you might save up uh days if necessary. You should be able to get with very little ahead of time penalty. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to figure out if I don't know if we discussed that stuff with the text, but I was just thinking of like, all right, uh, oh, nice. I one of the places the Italians are attacking me, the Italians sent volunteers. It turned to mud where it wasn't muddy before. So most of this weather is screwing me, but it's also screwing over the one place in defending the attackers. It's just
Yeah.
bad weather to attack in for anyone. All right, on pause. I had some stuff going on with resources and um yeah. Oop. Missing equipment, not paid licenses, Latvia. Don't much care about that. Latvia is falling behind on a license. What are they? I don't even know what they're licensing for me. I'll check real quick. Where does it show what Latvia is? Lend lease, giving access to production license. Does it? I don't see. Yeah, it doesn't say what Latvia is licensing for me. I don't even know. That's weird. Sorry. Oh yeah, I'm buying oil that I'm not actually getting from you, so I'm basically just giving you a free factory, Joe.
Yeah.
Did I canceled the production licenses though, right? Or
I'm pretty sure. I only have 20 factories.
Yeah.
And yeah, 17 owned, 3 from trade exports. Yeah. Yeah, must have canceled them.
Yeah, so it's just that one. Um, all right, I'll probably cancel that in a couple days just so I don't get the stupid buying oil for nothing thing. Um, yeah, because I'm gonna have to industrialize my own country and a lot of stuff to do. All right, I'm pause. If my battles are not going great, so a bit of being a little micro heavier for a little bit. Uh, 10 days till I lose that battle. 11 days till I lose that battle. It's because the bloody weather. Oop, there's a naval battle. Uh, ah, they decided. What the hell? The a roost? Hold on. For some reason, I cannot discern. I only have one cruiser escorting my one of my convoys, and I don't even know what.
Hmm.
I only have one group. The Roostock. What? It's not an Omaha class. What the hell is the Roostock doing in this fight, anyways? What type of cruiser is that? It's not a Portland class. It's not one of my torpedo cruisers. Uh. Oh, it's my bloody mine layer. I guess that happens sometimes. Oof. Um. Yeah, I have a mine lane mission going on in the eastern seaboard. I guess to occasionally catch the subs, but instead of my convoy escort group, it was my mine laying ship that got assigned to guard a convoy that came under attack, which is not
Oh,
good because it's enough to provide screening efficiency because you only need one screen ship to guard a convoy, unlike capital ships we need three. But it doesn't have any ability to like hunt the subs, so I have no depth charges, and the subs can just sit there and take pot shots at if they're on high risk engagement, they'll take pot shots at the cruiser, and the cruiser can't do anything back to them. So that
yeah.
sucks. Whatever. They probably are at medium. That's usually what it is. So they'll just sit there staring at each other. Uh, my admirals will gain experience from this staring match, and I think the cruiser has a tiny ability to detect subs that just can't do anything to harm them. So sorry, I'll unpause for a bit. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that naval battle, though. I don't know what the heck's going on there, and it could go, snafu. You know what that acronym means, right?
Mm.
Situation normal,
Not really.
all effed up, which can be interpreted one of two ways.
Oh, okay.
Everything was fine, now it's not, or more often, more cynically, the norm is for everything to be going to hell.
Yeah.
uh Different people will tell you different things, and they'll all are vehemently say that the other people are wrong. But oh yeah, okay, a bunch of my destroyers, one of my escort groups arrived. I hope this wasn't because I merged together between episodes my escorts into fewer larger groups, because normally as long as you have 100% coverage, you're guaranteed that one of the groups will be there to defend. But if it rolls, it can sometimes roll a group that's on exercises or mine laying in the C zone instead, and the odds are higher with fewer escort groups. So I guess I got screwed a little bit. It worked out. The escort group arrived very soon in. I did that because sometimes they arrive with strike forces and attack my convoy escort groups, and so if my escort destroyers are gonna have to fight cruisers, I'd rather have 30 destroyers than 15 fighting, like 3 Confederate cruisers or 6 sometimes. They don't have that many ships, but they have some. Another battle going
Did I
badly.
assassinate a Cristero trader? I'm
Oh,
at 75 power.
you just got to 75. Yeah. Oh, shoot, I was meaning to tell you this. I learned
Or
something new
Freeman?
that's relevant
Yeah.
specifically to Mexico. Uh, so, uh, you know how you get like the thing about like a second Cristero war if you're at atheist state and your stability is too low?
Yeah.
So apparently that doesn't happen instantaneously. It starts a 120-day countdown, and if the conditions change, then the mission cancels. You just need, so you can actually potentially, you can't you can't, it won't count down when you're already in a civil war, but once your civil war is over, you could potentially like go to war, say Guatemala, and as long as you conquer them within 120 days, you won't get a second Cristero war. So you actually like, you don't need to you don't need to worry quite as much about your stability as I thought you would. Of
Yeah.
course, you still need to deal with the war support, but your war economy will get a mission 120 days to demobilize. They will also cancel if you go to war, so you can actually flip between demobilization missions and second Cristero wars and just like go to war like every 120 days just so that you don't have to lower taxes basically. It's very cynical and
Yeah.
probably very realistic in a way. Um, yeah, because your base war supports 30%, world tensions. I give you another 7, so yeah, you'd be at like around 40. So, but yeah, you can only do that, of course, if there's countries to actually go to war with. So yeah, I
Yeah.
would still keep assassinating the Cristero traders, but you
All right.
can eventually like just use the wars pushing into Central America to avoid demobilizing and avoid the Cristero wars just by making the wars quick. Not letting any of them go more than 4 months. Um, and just doing one at a time so you alternate war and peace. I
Okay.
just learned that recently. I didn't know. I thought the Cristero War happened instantly if you like failed the conditions, but it doesn't. So you do have a little leeway to manipulate that system, which surprised me that you could do that. It seems kind of cheap to say the least.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Hold on, 30 planes. When is we're on my aircraft here? I've got a bunch of Italian fighters. They're giving me grief. They're actually shooting down substantial numbers of my bombers and disrupting others. Yeah, because they sent air volunteers to my war. Bu- 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 Oh yeah. I was gonna cancel that oil thing to get rid of the no more free factories. Sorry. Um, cool. Why did it just jump from 4 factories to 9 when I did that? Oh well. Cool. Sorry, I'm just messing with the volume of the. You ever
Volume of what?
of the music player? If you ever tried to, it's really like it's not a big enough of a sliding scale, and if you're just making tiny adjustments, it's really finicky.
Yeah. Yeah,
There we go.
it's a dumb slider.
Yeah, the problem is just the bomb. Oh, okay. I sunk 3 Confederate
All that
cruisers,
space.
7 destroyers, and 2 subs. So yeah, they brought in a strike force to try and. They did damage one of my subs pretty bad. Because I had some subs that got caught up in the battle. Well, not pretty bad. They hit it once and 37% damage, and damaged a couple of my destroyers. Oh yeah, they inherited one of my torpedo cruisers. The Confederates did.
Oh yeah.
Through all the effort of building these brand spanking new cruisers, and I thought the Confederates are always supposed to get a certain number of ships, which prefer certain ships on a list, but apparently it can still get some of your like brand new ships. And I got my like brand new the Phoenix. It was my first torpedo cruiser and my best one because it was fully trained, where the other ones weren't fully trained yet. So the best ship in my entire fleet, like the newest, big, and they got it. And I think I just sunk it.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
in a skirmish. But it is training up my admirals a little bit. Uh, it, that would have probably been a combined strike force. I'm trying to see who got all the experience from that. Looks like Arleigh Burke and Halsey. I don't know. Someone got experience from this. Ernst King got a little fun. Pause. In 2 more days, I was gonna. Oop! Something happened. Oh, German Red Menace. If you check the world tension thing, you'll see the thing that says German Red Menace over and over.
Yeah.
That means the Germans have taken the Spartacus League gets these decisions to pressure countries communist.
Ooh.
And when they take that, the country can either say yes and they get a national spirit. When they reach 40%, then they have start a civil war to flip, or they can say no and Germany gets a war goal on them. And
Oh.
apparently, I think they get the first time is when they take the focus, but they just did it on another country somewhere. I don't know what country, but somebody just got pressured communist. I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, because the country got the ven hasn't made a decision yet. So either they're going to start a war if the country says no, or another. If you look, Belgium already has a spirit, which indicates Belgium said yes and will flip communist this way. Belgium is already on their path that's like Democrat, like social democrat, left wing democratic, and can sometimes go communist just through advisors that way. So I think they actually,
Uh,
if you look at their focus tree, let's see. I know in the single player they're on their pure communist path. But Belgium has 2 ways to go communist. Economic recovery. Yeah, this is just the left wing democratic. This is just the democratic path. Government signs. No, it's actually a liberal party, so it's right wing democratic. I think I don't know, but it's democratic path, and then they can try and form the EU. But anyways, they're gonna flip communist via civil war, thanks to Germany, Belgium, and some other country maybe too. So yeah, there's gonna be a situation in Europe. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on.
okay.
All right, I'll pause it. Um, I just noticed in the upper right the flames stoked higher. World tension went up,
Yeah.
and that alerted me that something had happened. And yeah, if you ever notice that those flames just got stoked, it means something generated world tension.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And as the case is, that's what it was. Uh, One, another division to a fight. Uh, actually. Where's the one? No, just because I'm gonna actually need him to go there. Give me a second because I'm about to. Nope, not quite. Very soon I'm gonna start doing limited interventionism. I just need a little more communist support because I'll have to fire Earl Bowder, my communist advisor, in order to take limited intervention. So I need enough support that I can be a focus. I just got a bunch of like toast telling me, oh, I can take this decision now that I have 100 political power and stuff. I'm not running a focus because I also will need a lot of political power for decisions that will unlock later. And eventually get to total mobilization. I'll need to raise my conscription law for that, probably, to extensive conscription. Or run some focuses to get me more manpower. Oof. Taking some serious losses in the battle near Dallas here. Hold on. I'm pulling more reinforcements here. Just a sec, Joe. I apologize for the... I'm losing a fight, and I don't want to just have all the effort I went into deorganizing one of these divisions go to waste. So I'm pulling reinforcements so I can just keep the pressure up until the Confederates here fold.
Yeah.
Yeah, east of Dallas, there's this fight. It's not going well. Oop, another naval battle? Why didn't it warn me? I guess it was quick. Just a lone sub. It almost sunk one of my convoys, but it failed too. That's the new admiral. Do they have one who's a lancer? Lancer admirals can sometimes shoot like ships even when they're escorted. It looked like I had escorts and they still damaged some of my convoys, but didn't sink any, luckily. Just took a province. My front line went to hell. They really need to fix this. Paradox does. Yeah. Whenever you take a province, suddenly your front lines are just crap. Oh, wrong bloody front line. Let's see. That's not the one. What the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna do some serious redrawing of this. Why are these assigned to this one? They can... Alright, all kinds of weirdness here. Where that bloody, eh? That is by strength. I can't figure this out otherwise. Two, 1, 3. All right. Pause. Checking I did things properly. Ooh, darn it. What just free dockyards? I just completed something with probably way too much overflow. Uh, all right. All right. I'm good. So I just screwed something up with my naval production, so I had to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh. You had problems with the AI randomly opening holes in the front line before, right?
Oh yeah.
I think it just
I think so.
I think it just either did that or I just won a battle. It looks like the game just did that to me. That,
Hmm.
or maybe I just oversaw this. Something's up. Or did I just lose a battle? Nope. I don't know. All right. Darn it. Um, Getting a free dockyards warning. What the heck? Okay. Sorry, good to go. Last thing I need is dockyards, just doing absolutely nothing because I was neglecting to manage them at all. I need those ships. Oh, darn it. What the heck? Guess the region wasn't rigid enough. Aren't these guys supposed to be? I thought I already drew that front line. Uh, all right. Uh, Pause again. Have to start another battle in a second, but that's too many divisions.
I have localized training centers.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to pause it. Cool, cool, cool. You should have an on-map decision, or it may take a day to pop up. Did it give you a notification about that?
Um, yeah. Recruitment in North America, and I can create a South American and Oceanian section.
Oh, Oceanian. How are you? That's weird. You don't have any territories
Um,
in Oceania, do you? I guess you're close enough to
hmm,
Oceania as Mexico. Weird.
yeah,
Um,
it must be.
well, oh, oh, you have faction members. The Pitcairn, not Pitcairn. The Easter Island is probably close enough to Oceania. That's like
Yeah,
Australia and stuff.
that makes sense.
It's got to be Easter Island. There's nothing closer than that in your faction. Hawaii doesn't even count, but I guess Easter Island does.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you should have. You know what I mean by on map decisions. You click decisions tab, and there should be a little character with like a hat, and you can select a
Yep.
country in North America to recruit. Like, I don't know what countries it's currently
Canada,
telling.
USA, Confederacy, Unaligned States of America. That's it.
Uh, oh, Canada probably be good. Canada will still be around after Civil War, and they might attack me eventually. So
Yeah.
when they flip communist, there's like three subpaths
All
they
right.
can take. One of them has them attack me. The other two either have them cr- potentially create their own faction or join the Fourth International. So,
All right. I can pick Canada.
yep. So that after a period of time, it doesn't happen instantly. It doesn't. tell you how long the decision's available, and it doesn't tell you how long the spy's available. But after a period of time, it'll add a spy with a Canadian nationality to your pool, or it's a chance of Canadian nationality. Anyways, it might still be a Mexican one, but yeah. So you're like, you got, I guess, like a, what would you call it? Like the CIA has these outposts around the world in the real world, uh,
Mm.
that kind of thing. Like just a forward post for recruitment, to recruit locals who
Yeah.
whose loyalties are, I guess, not terribly reliable for the country that they live in. Um, hmm. Da, 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 da. Come on. Shoot. I'm now being attacked by the Confederacy and losing another fight. Red arrow. This must be a proper infantry division. Interesting. All right, I'll pause this, see what's going on, but a little bit of crisis management here. Because of the presence of the Italian volunteers, I'm actually really struggling to push in some places, and even the Confederates are brave enough to attack with the Italians backing them up. Uh, oh, I just got an on-map recruitment. I recruited in Canada too recently. I can recruit in Mexico. Probably won't be a spy on you, Joe, but just I can use a Mexican nationality spy to spy in Canada or wherever too. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Just if I get a seducer or something, it's useful regardless. Cool. Pause. Oh, I just lose the battle. I see divisions in retreat. When did I? Not seeing a lost battle on the history of this division is definitely doing a shared retreat. Something's up. And for some bloody reason, the AI has left a gaping hole in my front line. Just
Yeah.
decided. I'd never seen it do that in previous versions of the game. And I'd always micromanage. I guess. Well, no, I did a Germany run, but I think it started in a slightly different subversion. Ironically, this must have been created by trying to fix um, something to do with how the AI handles the front lines. Now it introduced new bugs or something, is my guess.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. Have to reassign some guys because otherwise I'm gonna see Confederates just march right in. Um, Things going well down there in Mexico? It's been a bit since I looked how your progress was on map.
Fine. Closed the uh pocket to the north, so now they've just got 2 provinces left. So yeah, I can basically end the war whenever I want to. They've got like no army.
Oh, nice. So you can just surround Monterey and San Luis. If you have any divisions
Yep.
that are not all the way to regular, you can definitely set them on exercises. Like once you got those pockets encircled,
No,
good.
they're all regulars.
Oh, nice. Well, chance to game max planning. Let's take a look at your war. Uh, surrender
Got max planning
progress.
already, with the exception of the units that just closed the pocket.
Yeah, I'm saying you should be able to get them to the ones that just close the pocket should be able to surround them and like plan up and make sure you don't have so
Yeah.
many where though that your divisions aren't suffering low supply because that's a lot of divisions to surround just 2 provinces. Um,
Yeah.
there we go. I don't give a crap about organization. I care about whether the units are strong enough to. Uh, oof, 6 hours. Okay. So everyone but the second Indian head division. The heck? Got a ram front line with no one assigned to it. Hmm. 4 divisions here, none there. The 'Alright. Just sending some reinforcements to a fight. Uh, cool. Or they can stay put for 1 more hour because it's right before midnight. Worst time to send anyone anywhere. Okay. Mm-mm. That's weird. Frets pushed me out of a province and then didn't actually move into it. Uh, something must have. What the bloody A? Why is the AI attacking there? Oh. Oop. Let's try and pause. Had to redistribute some air power. Just finished a text. I'm just queuing something else up here. Give me a second. I can wait. Cool. All right, I'm pause it. The heck? Looks like the AI is experiencing the same issues I am with divisions randomly pulling themselves off fronts.
Yeah.
Just gaps are opening up on the Confederate front line for no reason too. Yeah, I don't even know why. Just sometimes they're like, there's no one defending there. It's like, okay. Um, and I just got an encirclement, so now I've got pure chaos because yeah, it does not know how to manage these. Um, these guys all the way down here. Why are they in that front line? Uh, Cool, cool, cool. All right. Nearly everyone's been assigned. Actually, I need to leave another division there. Sheer amount of chaos going on at once is a little much for my long COVID brain sometimes. So, um, all right, that's fine. Those overlapping fronts were causing issues. Um, just stepping up some dog fighting because all these bloody Italian aircraft. And I got some text to assign here. Give me a sec, Joe. Cool. 2 more days off to another tech. What just happened? Ugh, German Red Menace again. I'm surprised. They're really using the heck out of those decisions. When I was playing
Yeah.
Germany, I didn't want to use decisions because I was worried, you know, I'd get war goals and then like the America would guarantee the independence of all the countries I would get war goals on, and then when it would just be a waste of my time. But I guess since I'm not doing anything and I'm in a civil war, they're just like, time to overrun all of Europe or to try and overrun it with turning it all socialist. And good for
Yeah.
them if they want to spread the revolution. I hope it works out for them. Um,
They've got the Benelux influenced so far.
oh, let's see who. The Netherlands said okay, okay, that's interesting. They have folk and fatherland, and they also have communist influence. I think that'll actually stall them out from. They won't flip fascist because I think they just rely on the national spirit, and they'll actually end up flipping communist. The Netherlands.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, the Netherlands. They'll.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and what? How is Luxembourg can't have a civil war because they're only one province? So how is that going to work? Maybe they'll just have
Oh.
to go via. I don't know what's the deal with that.
Hmm.
Maybe they'll just
Weird.
have to wait till they have a majority and flip via election or random event that can happen after over 50%.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Netherlands, they can't get a lot of their focuses unless they foot fascist, and they won't actually be able to foot fascist because unless they took the fascist demagogue, the communist national spirit will prevent them from getting enough fascist support to flip in the 41 elections. Hmm. That might just have locked the Netherlands out of their like fascist political tree. Well, that's good. I mean, it means they won't join the Italian faction or the Spanish faction after flipping. You're
Yeah.
still sending guns to the Spanish commune, right?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, do you need any more convoys?
I have 6 right now.
No, no more convoys that have sunk recently?
Not really.
Hmm.
Might have lost a couple, but I don't know. I've only got 6 to spare right now.
Let me put just 3 up on, for a discounted price. Um, you have, I think, a Civ factory to spare, right? Probably have 2, or actually 12 now that you finished
Yep.
like 11 or 12. Yeah, so I just put, yeah, actually you could probably put like 3 Civ or something. But yeah, I just put 3 more convoys up for sale because the Spanish commune should last a few more months at least. Um, just because the unplanned offensive means that each of these battles lasts several months. So even though they'll slowly get pushed back, like they could be fighting well into 1940 before they actually surrender.
Okay.
Um, yeah, even once they lose, uh, oh, they already lost the never surrender thing. It doesn't matter. Very few states are actually owned by them, so they're not at a high surrender progress. They're at oh well 74%, but yeah, until they lose Barcelona, they'll they won't surrender, and this could go on a very long time. Same with the Portuguese Civil War, by the way. That's although the monarchists are slowly losing because they're completely out of manpower, which and the fascists still have extra manpower available to recruit, which so they can the fascists can replace their losses and the monarchists can't replace theirs.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but that war could go on for a very long time. Basically, it won't be over until the Spanish fascists beat the commune and then come in and will attack. If you look at the Spanish directory's focus tree, they have where is it? Unite Iberia, and that gives them a war goal just against the Kingdom of Portugal. So they'll just attack the monarchist side in that war, which will swing the civil war obviously inside the to side of the fascist. And
Yeah.
yeah, when the fascists win that civil war, they actually get the fascist focus tree instead of the nationalist. I mean, instead of the monarchist one.
Mm, okay.
Like it's programmed correctly. There are certain nations where sometimes a civil war doesn't go the way you expect, and the nation gets locked out of their focus tree entirely. But that doesn't happen with Portugal. So, um, all right, on pause. Supply issues. Sorry, I just got a warning telling me I'm at low supplies somewhere. These guys, I need them all here because of the freaking Italian volunteers. All right. Ah, the Battle of Birmingham has begun. And I need to do, I was saving up 30 days, so I gotta start on a tech ahead of time a little bit. Starting on 1940 cruisers and destroyers. One of the big things is those unlock the better, faster engines, as well as I probably will actually just build 40 destroyers because they're more reliable. Um, hmm. All right, all good with that. Wrong area. Oh. The heck? The heck?
What's up?
I just assigned more ground crews and changed my mind and unclicked it, and the command power is supposed to be refunded when you do that. And
Yeah.
instead it just disappeared into the void.
Hmm.
Uh, hold on, let me
That's weird.
test this with the other one. No, I didn't get the command power back there either. It just game just
Huh.
cheated me out of. All right. Well, I saved it right before I tested the other one. I was gonna say this is a good point to cut the video, anyways. Uh, been going an hour and 9 minutes. So folks on YouTube, take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find guiding star lead you home. I do.